Me and Gennaro are going to give you a delicious dish. This is spaghetti with a vodka and lemon Arrabiata sauce.
Oh, lemon and vodka
Arrabiata.
Arrabiata.
Arrabiata sauce. Amazing.
Bless you, so good.
So you're going to love it, right? So Arrabiata, which means angry. Chili, spice with spaghetti. It's simple, cheap, comfort food.
So
but
good.
with lemon and vodka, next level.
Arrabiata, angry, it means quick, easy, and full of flavor. That's all.
So in this pan, we've got about 4 or 5 tablespoons of olive oil, extra virgin, okay? Low heat. I'm gonna take 4 chilies that have been halved and de-seeded, and we're gonna put the chilies in here. Gennaro's got 4 cloves of garlic, finely sliced.
Yes, I
and
did.
he's gonna put that in here too. And this is gonna be really, really lovely. I'm gonna use a lovely Sicilian lemon, or try and get an unwaxed lemon if you can, or wash another lemon. And I'm just gonna put the zest in here. And lemon, garlic, chilies, tomatoes, beautiful. Smell that. It's gonna smell like home.
Remind me home, remind me Amalfi Coast, remind me my hometown, remind me the family, friend, everything.
So very gentle frying. And now we're gonna go in with the vodka.
Wow, wow.
About 3 shots. We're gonna flame it. In it goes. So we're gonna flame that. And you don't have to flame it. Actually, it's lovely to have a little bit of heat there. You don't have to flame it, but you're gonna get a more caramelized flavor. But when the flame's gone, nice plum tomatoes, just a little bit of anchovy can go in. 4, you'll never taste them, but what they'll do is they'll beautifully season this sauce and just let it kind of simmer away. So we're gonna put that on full whack now, turn the heat up. We'll boil that away.
If you want to watch more of a lovely pasta dish, don't forget, just click here on the side and on Gennaro YouTube channels.
Oh yeah, you've got to check out Gennaro's YouTube. He's got the biggest amount of subscribers for an old age pensioner on the planet for cooking. Gennaro Contaldo. At this stage, when it's getting more saucy, then I can start breaking down the tomatoes. And look, this is lovely. This is how we cook. Here come my little, come on kids! I've just lightly broken up the tomatoes. And see, the chilies are still whole. You can keep the chilies in, you can chop them up, you can take them out.
Any way you like.
It's in your control. We have a little taste now.
Good.
We have a little season. With salt. It's very delicious. And then we're gonna toss it with loads of hot, steaming spaghetti. Really good extra virgin olive oil at the end. Lovely parsley goes in. And then a little bit of lemon juice. Right, kids, behave. I don't want to make it taste cheesy. I'm literally using the Parmesan as a seasoning, really. Look at that, guys. Such a wonderful,
Oh my.
wonderful, simple, honest recipe. This is it, guys. Just finish it. A little olive oil. Maybe just a little brush of Parmesan. Yes. Vodka, lemon, tomato Arrabiata sauce with spaghetti. Simple, cheap, delicious. You've cooked all the vodka away, so even that lot could have it.
We already know there's chili in it.
Okay, smart.
Okay.
Anyway, this is just for me and Gennaro. Love kids, don't you? How many kids you got, Gennaro?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That you know of?
Lovely Arrabiata
I've got-
with a half.
I've got 5.
This next dish is a delicious way to keep costs down and family favourite flavours up. My creamy cauliflower cheese spaghetti uses my super simple white sauce to totally reinvent the classic. Served with a gorgeous garlic crumb topping, this dish is a delicious 70 pence per portion. This is coming in well under budget, and I've literally taken my favourite veg dish and turned it into the most gorgeous pasta sauce. And the heart of this sauce comes from here, the freezer. A friend, a very good friend right now. So I'm using frozen cauliflower. Great price. It's already prepped for you. So get your cauliflower into a bowl, and then I'm gonna grab a leek here, which I've washed. I'm gonna take the end off, the green dark part, and then this lovely white part, I'm just gonna put in with the cauliflower. That's going to go in the microwave for 10 minutes, okay? So that is going to semi-cook. While that's doing its thing, I want to show you a really nice little cheat to creating possibly one of the most delicious sprinkles ever. Think garlic bread, but in sprinkle form. Right, interested? Yeah, I thought so. So, this is fresh bread. It could be stale. To make breadcrumbs without turning on a food processor, just get your knife, slice it up like this, one way, and then turn it, and then simply do it the other way until you've got breadcrumbs the size and consistency that you want. Okay, so we're gonna use that on top of our silky sauce with our pasta, and that crunch and that garlic is gonna be so delicious. So look, the first thing that we're gonna do is add a little garlic. So in we go. That'll start to fry in no time at all. I've got this little lonely piece of leek here. Just open it out like this, and that will fry really crispy and be the most amazing little thing to have with our crispy garlic breadcrumbs. Put in the green part of the leek, and then we're going to put in the breadcrumbs. I've got some mixed nuts here, 20 grams. All of those flavours that will enhance that little sprinkle. The nuts go in, and they'll go golden and delicious. We're going to season this with some salt and pepper. Imagine that, garlic, oil, crispy leeks. There we go. So, there is my partially cooked leeks and cauliflower. So this lovely sprinkle is going to go on here. Next part of the story, we're going to have just a little olive oil in the pan again, 1 clove of garlic, slice it up, put that in the oil. Pan's already hot. So as the garlic starts to take on a little bit of colour, I'm going to use just a nice pinch of dried thyme. Dried herbs are a fantastic thing to invest in. When they're dried, they seem to be more robust, more savoury, more substantial in flavour. Little touch of salt. With the leeks, I'm just going to slice these up just a little bit. Can you see how soft they are now? And in we go, look at that. So I want to do a humble white sauce, and I've got 400 mils of semi-skim milk. So I'm going to put most of it in here, and then we'll start just poaching. And about 100 mils of this, I'm just going to put in a little bowl, and we're going to go in with 1 tablespoon of plain flour. So just mix that little bit of cold milk and the flour together. That'll dissolve nicely. Pour this in, and that will start to thicken straight away. So use a potato masher to make a rustic white sauce. Time to get the pasta on. Get yourself some spaghetti. So what I want is 300 grams of pasta. This is a 500 gram pack. Salt the water. And then we're going to grab the spaghetti with 2 hands. In it goes. I'll put the lid back on just to bring it back to the boil. So pasta's in. Crispy bits have cooled down. Go in to our starchy boiling water and just steal a bit. And this will just allow it to smooth out a little bit. So the spaghetti is nearly there. And this I've let down to be a nice consistency. Let's have a little taste. A little touch of salt, a little touch more pepper. And then, of course, I've got 100 grams of cheddar cheese in this recipe. Cheddar is oozy, it's stringy. That's about 90 grams there. I want to get a nice consistency now. You can go chunky, you can go rustic like this, but one thing that I can't help myself is to just use a little hand blender to make it super smooth. So in with the lovely cheese, and then I'm going to angle this pan and just blitz it up. It just sticks to the pasta in the most beautiful way. So blend that up until it gets nice and smooth. And there you go. Okay, sauce done. Pasta should be good. Let's have a little try. Yes. So take that pasta over, and then what we can do is just get in there with the pasta and just move it around. So look at that. Elegant and gorgeous. Let's get this going and just put a nice big pasta platter in the middle of the table. Go in with the crispy bits. Your mates would be so chuffed with this. Go on, get amongst it. Bit more sprinkly bits. And don't forget, we've also got enough cheese just kept to the side, just for a little light grating. Silky sauce around the spaghetti. When you get your fork in there, it kind of just puts wave after wave of those lovely crispy bits. Beautiful. So good. Soft, silky, crunchy, garlicky. Cooked with a bit of love and care and flair. And you get something delicious like that. Joy. Just joy. My creamy cauliflower cheese spaghetti serves four. It's packed full of veg and flavour and comes in at a very tasty 70p per portion. Okay, you lovely people, we are going to make a beautiful pasta dish. We're going to make veggie bolognese. This is from my new cookbook, Superfood Family Classics. We've taken one of the most classic family recipes, spaghetti bolognese, and we've made it veggie. It's really nutritious, it's perfectly balanced. It's 3 of your 5 fruit and veg a day, which is fantastic, and it's bigging up wonderful ways to get your protein without eating meat, which is always really handy in modern day life. So look, we got 2 sticks of celery, 2 carrots, 2 onions, 2 cloves of garlic. I'm using 20 grams of dried porcini here. That's the only sort of ingredient that you've got to find, really, but they're in the supermarkets, and this gives you the body of flavour, right? It's a really humble, delicious meal. So a couple of tablespoons olive oil into a pan, put that on a medium heat, celery nice and fine. We're going to slice up some garlic here and 2 sprigs of rosemary, finely chopped, 2 carrots, ½ centimetre dice. This is a rustic peasant dish, and it's going to make you really, really happy. I'm using red onions, you can use white if you want. Finely chop it. We've got that on a medium heat, and I'm going to put a lid on. I'll give that a little shake and just sort of slowly sweat that off without colour for about 15-20 minutes. Before I kind of disappear, I'm just going to cover the dry porcini. It's very savoury. It's got a real deep, incredible broth. So this has had about 20 minutes now, and it's just frying away nice and gently. I can just turn the gas up a little bit. 100 mils of Chianti goes in there. Let it cook away. So while that's frying away, add a couple of leaves of bay leaves. They can go in now. Let's just roughly chop these mushrooms. These have rehydrated now. It's only 20 grams, guys, but it's big flavour. We're going to go in with the broth now, guys. We're ending the frying process now. Often there's kind of little bits of grit. Discard that. We're going to go in with the tomatoes, loosely bash those up, and they'll fall apart as they cook. I'm just going to put a swig of boiling water in each tin. Just swill it around. So, tomatoes are in. Now lentils. They're brilliant. They absorb flavour, just like meat would. So we're just going to break up some of those tomatoes, and we're going to turn the heat back down to sort of medium, and I'm going to let that just kind of simmer and blip away for about 30 minutes, and then I'll show you what to do next. So let's have a little taste. This is your opportunity to have a little season, and the heat's off now. I can put a little parsley through this lovely ragu. You could use basil if you wanted to. You can mix it up, or lovely marjoram or something like that. In the pan next to it, I have some pasta, 80 grams per person. I've traded up from white pasta, spaghetti, to whole wheat pasta. 3 times the amount of fibre in whole wheat products. More B vitamins, so really, really good. So what I'm going to do is steal a little bit of water. I'm just adjusting the texture, and I want it to be nice and loose so it just catches the pasta in a beautiful way. That pasta has had its sort of 8 minutes now. It's ready and raring to go. So drain your pasta and just keep a little bit of that cooking water, okay? And I'll show you why in a minute. So I'm just going to do a couple of portions of this. Look at that. Just mix it up. Parmesan, 15 grams or so. The seasoning of the Parmesan just brings the lovely flavours together. Now it's starting to get thick now, right? And a bit claggy, and that's not cool. So we're going to add some of that cooking water, and that's going to keep it nice and loose
and gorgeous. So let's plate this up. And before all the veggies start telling me off, saying that Parmesan is not vegetarian, this is actually a cheese called Bella Lodi, which is using a vegetarian rennet, and it's very similar to Parmesan. So here we go. The lovely veggie bolognese. Get in there.
I'm going to make for my family a beautiful aubergine parmesan Milanese. I love doing this. It's a brilliant way to really elevate the humble aubergine to the next level, right? And what I'm going to give you is a method where we actually tenderize the aubergine, make it creamy on the inside, crispy on the outside with the parmesan, so good. And then I'm going to serve that with a sweet tomato, basil and garlic sauce, simple pasta, bit of parmesan, happy days. So look, it's a really quick one to do, and it's a really fun process. So first of all, what we need to do is get the aubergine sliced up into 4 1-centimetre slices. Literally just shave the end off the black skin to expose the white flesh. Do the same on the other side. And then what we want to do is cut it in half. Now, I leave the stalk on because it really helps to hold the whole thing together. Now, once you've got it in half, again, exactly the same, put the knife in between, gently cut down, through to the stalk again, all the way through. So what we have here, essentially, is like 4 escallops of aubergine. So first of all, what we need to do is draw out the moisture. Now, it's gonna look like I'm gonna over-salt it, but I will be taking half of this salt off. But this salt is really important for this tenderization, right? So we're gonna put some of this aubergine on the salt here, like that. And that will start to bring the moisture out of the aubergine. It actually starts to change the texture, right? And we can actually treat it like meat, and we can start to tenderize that. And if you use like a regular meat bat, or even your fist, what you can do is start pounding, and you'll start to completely change the texture. By doing this, you're gonna get a creamy inside, and by cooking it the way I'm gonna cook it, it's gonna be really crispy on the outside. So simply flip that over, and then we'll do the other side. So already, this kind of feels completely different. And that's just from a little bit of time with salt and a little bit of tenderization. And then all I do now is get a bit of kitchen paper and just dab off that sort of salty juice, like that. So next up, breadcrumbs. What I'm gonna do is take this lovely vegetable and make it really crunchy. So I've got 2 free-range eggs, whisked up so they're nice and loose. Now let's talk about the breadcrumbs. I love to try and get the rosemary focaccia. Why? Because it's white, it's crunchy, but also the rosemary and garlic in this will give your breadcrumbs extra flavour, but with 1 ingredient. Of course, you can use whatever bread you want, but the more exciting your bread is, the more exciting the flavour will be on the outside of your aubergine, right? So 100 grams of bread I want, and just whack that straight into a food processor, like that. What I quite like is it's kind of got a little bit of substance to it. Look at that. It's bouncy, there's some chunks in there. You can see the little bits of rosemary as well. So, now we're gonna take our lovely aubergine, just like you would if it was a cut of meat. Season it up with a little pepper, like that. And then into the egg. That's kind of like your binding. That's your glue. Can you see the difference in the texture, right? If you'd have just cut the aubergine, it would never do that. It would actually break. Shake the plate of breadcrumbs here, let the excess come off, then put it onto the breadcrumbs and then use your other hand, otherwise it will get sticky, to cover it, pat it down, bit of pressure, and then a little shake. But that, my friends, is a beautiful breadcrumbed aubergine. So 1 down, 3 to go. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got those 4 done. So now get a large non-stick pan on a high heat. A nice swig of oil goes in there. And then I'm just gonna lay our lovely breadcrumbed aubergine into that oil and start to fry it. I wanna get it lightly golden, so about 2 minutes each side. Now, look, the great thing about this recipe is traditionally, of course, it will be veal, right? Or chicken, or pork sometimes. And bigging up the veg, I think, is a really nice thing to do. So let's just have a little look at this first one that went in. Look, that's lovely. So let's flip that over. Look at that. Nice and sizzly. That black skin gets really nice and crispy too. Look at that, golden, crisp and delicious. And I've experimented doing the same preparation with slices of butternut squash, beautiful pumpkin, amazing, courgettes, or even a mixture of different ones. And I think it's just a brilliant way to enjoy veg, but we should all be enjoying more veg, right? So get yourself some Parmesan, and this is when things get even tastier. Garlic, rosemary, breadcrumbs. Now a little Parmesan is going to be good. Get a fine grater and just kind of do long strokes on a baking tray. So that's like the welcoming party to our lovely aubergines. So have a little look at these. Oh, yes. That is beautiful. That's going to be so tasty. Look at that. Here we go. And then as it's all sizzling and gorgeous, then we go over with some more long strokes of Parmesan, and this will just become one. This will just melt into the aubergine. So at this stage, this beautiful thing goes in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 Fahrenheit, for about 10 minutes. And actually 10 minutes is a pretty good number because I've got some spaghetti here and it says cook for 10 minutes. We'll boil that up. At the same time, we're going to make the simplest, quickest tomato sauce ever. So first up, tinned tomatoes. There's plum tomatoes, great. Chopped tomatoes, passatas. Use whatever you like. But in the world of tinned tomatoes, there's actually cherry tinned tomatoes. And they're blooming delicious. And I've only really found them in the supermarkets in the last couple of years. So look out for these lovely little cherry tomatoes, right? Because they're gorgeous, they're sweet, and they're picked at their very best. So in a pan we go with a little olive oil, and then a couple of cloves of garlic. Just run your knife through it. Easy peasy, right? Get that into the oil. We want this to be sweet, so don't get too much colour on that. Not always, but sometimes I'll put a little bit of chilli in there. I want it to be very mild. The kids are going to have it. So I'll take the end off, half it, and I'll take the seeds out, right? And then I'll put that whole chilli in, and then I can take it out later. But it's going to give this tomato sauce a hum. It won't be hot, it won't be spicy. So in we go. And then as soon as there's a little bit of colour on the lovely garlic, then we'll break the frying and go to boiling these beautiful cherry tomatoes. All you need to do is bring those cherry tomatoes up to the boil. We'll season it with a little pepper and some salt. And then some basil, about half a bunch. Just tear it up. And now we have a beautiful, delicious, fast, gorgeous tomato sauce. Put that on low. Pasta's got a few more minutes to go. Right, 10 minutes is up. Let's have a little look here. Look at that. You can see it sizzling away. That's going to give you the most amazing texture. So look, let that cool down. If you look in the pan here, see how it's just been on a very low heat, just drying up, right? What you've done is concentrate flavour. So now what we can do is take our lovely pasta and let the excess water rehydrate this. So cook that pasta nice and al dente, and then let it kind of do that last bit of cooking in the tomato sauce. So the pasta and the sauce kind of become one. Simple stuff, but so good. Look at that. I just love it. Extra splash of water. Get that consistency right. If you want to put a little Parmesan in the pasta, absolutely you can. It's just joyful. Right, let's plate up. Grab half of that pasta and just let it kind of hang, right? And then just let it just kind of drape across the plate. Gosh. A few bits of the lovely cherry tomato on top. They're so soft and tender. Get a little slice under the aubergine. You can see how crispy that's gone. And just lay it over the top. And I just love it. It's like the simplest sauce, but it just feels special. A few little baby basil leaves, and maybe one last little kiss of Parmesan if you want. But that's it. Job's done. aubergine Milanese, simple pasta, and then the simplest, quickest little sweet tomato sauce. Let's have a go, come on. Let's get in there. So what I want from the aubergine is crisp on the outside and really buttery tenderness on the inside. Let's just go for a bit of aube first. Look at that. For me, it's all about taking the everyday aubergine and just elevating it to the next level. I love it. Absolutely delicious. Because you've got that beautiful crunch. And then the inside of the aubergine is so buttery and silky. It's got texture, it's got deep flavour. This dish makes me happy. If you've never enjoyed aubergine cooked like this, you've got to try it. Beautiful, mouthful, deliciousness.
River! Dinner! Right, do you want some slurpy pasta? Big or small bit? Big, yeah. Okay. Let me give you some of mine.
Who's that on my foot?
Now, buddy, this is the crispiest aubergine. Do you like it? That is delicious.
Hello lovely people of YouTube. Today I'm going to show you how to make the original carbonara. The world love carbonara. It's so simple, so good, so tasty. First of all, you need the water really boiling. Let's put some pasta inside. Spaghetti, perfect. Straight in, hold with your hands and make sure with your hands slowly. By the way, this is for about 4 people. Cover. And don't touch until the water starts to bubbly again. Right, while this one come up to boiling, I got a nice pancetta here. So let's cut this pancetta. Let me show you what it look like. Look at that beauty. Look, this beauty. And then start to slice it. The slice, you need about 1/4 inch of thick. Do you know what? Sometimes you say, but you know, I can't find pancetta. You can use a bacon. Again, you put them together, you cut it to a little square. Look how simple it is. Just cut them into a little square. Small little square. That's what you need. Look at that. Look at this beauty. Look at this. This is what we give them flavor. Oh. You need 3 yolk and 1 whole egg. One, 4. Now you need a good grated of a Parmesan inside. It's good. It's about a couple of tablespoons of a Parmesan. Tastico. Little pinch of pepper. Little pinch of salt. And you can see when I say little pinch of salt, it is a little pinch of salt because the pancetta is already salted. So first of all, let's beat it, all the egg. Make sure you beat them properly. This is done. Let's put this on the side. Now, this is where it comes to best. I'm gonna put inside a mix of butter and olive oil. Just about 1 tablespoon, nice. Large tablespoon. Look at that silky moving. Let it melt nicely. You need 2 cloves of garlic, which I crush it just a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of punchiness, because we're going to remove those cloves of garlic just to coat it nicely. That's good. Fantastic. Straight inside. Oh my goodness me. So simple, it's incredible simple to make it. Just a little bit. You don't want to overcook, you don't want to crispen up. Yeah, but in the same time, just a little bit of color. At this stage, look, the garlic is done. can see, lovely. I've got bestest fingers, and look how smooth it is. Look at that, come inside here, you should look at that, look at that. You can see the combination of the butter and the olive oil. Look at that, it's inside. You can really smell it. Now, it is very easy, okay? Get a pasta. Oh yeah. Just put them inside. Incredible. I need to put a little bit of a pasta water inside. Oh my goodness me, look at this. Fantastic. All the flavor in the world is all inside here. Now, this is the way to do it. Remove up the gas, finish up with your egg, and put them all in. Oh, yes. Make sure all gonna get in. Fantastic. Okay, now you stir it, look at that. And look how cream, come have a look. Come have a look how creamy it's going. Don't do this on the gas, because you will scramble. Now, just a little bit more of the pasta water. Yes, just a little touch of more pasta water. Keep stirring it. Look at that, come have a look this creamy. Come have a look this creamy. As is unbelievable. Get everything inside. And now, the best is come along. Now, little touch, the infusion of a butter and olive oil. Just be abundant, put them in. We all silken it. Stir them in. Come on. No double cream, because all the pasta water, the starch of the pasta inside, I cream it up. Look at that. Why you want to put a cream inside? Can I say, can I? Why am I cooking so good? Why? Oh my goodness, this is incredible. Now I need a nice little plate. And from here, goes straight to here. Yes. Again, black pepper. Make sure this is abundant pepper. This is what he makes. And this is the perfect spaghetti carbonara.
Hello, lovely people. I'm here with Gennaro, and we are going to cook a beautiful version of our classic dish from Jamie's Italian. Now, our most popular dish is a prawn linguine. Now, we're going to do a sister of that, but it's going to be even more incredible. Scottish langoustines, black spaghetti, wonderful sauce. It's super quick, super delicious.
Super tasty.
You're going to love it. So, Gennaro, where should we start? With the sauce?
Yes, first of the sauce. You got this fantastic langoustine.
You can do this with prawns instead of langoustine, but it's much sweeter than prawns. Langoustine are the Ferrari of that world.
Yes. You're cracking this one, you get more meat out. This is what I done. I put them all inside here. Use the tail of langoustines, which is this one. This one quickly goes inside of the little bit of a pasta water, just for a second or two. This is the way you clean it, crash it.
And then you can peel it.
And the fish is still raw.
Get all of those shells and heads that normally go in the bin into a pan. They're the best flavour. Gennaro's crushing it up. There's essential oils in the shell. So when you fry this off or roast it, you get incredible flavour. What do we add, Gennaro?
Anchovies, splash of wine, a good drinking wine.
Onions, carrots, celery.
Couple of leaves of a bay leaf. Give them a stir at this stage.
Put some lovely cherry tomatoes from the tin in.
Chopped tomato that will do water. Make sure it's hot water. Pinch of saffron and chili. Stir it.
And we cook that for about half an hour. All the flavour will come out of the bones, and what you get is a beautiful, beautiful sauce with depth. You see, that's it.
Sweet.
It's got real balls.
Do you know what? If you strain them all up as a fish soup, it is so good. It's incredible. Also, you can freeze it.
So what we've got here are these lovely peeled langoustine tails. Gennaro's going to slice these up.
Split right in half. I remove it. The little intestine, this is not good.
So,
let's cook it.
Pan on High heat. I'm going to slice up 2 cloves of garlic.
Just put a little olive oil, couple of spoons. That's good.
In with 2 cloves
Good.
of garlic.
Just get the color. Make sure that the garlic do not burn.
Then we're going to go in with the andouille. It's like a slightly spiced cured meat. You throw it in, darling. I'm just
Okay.
going to move this pasta pot around.
Okay, you need about tablespoons of andouille.
The room is starting to smell absolutely gorgeous right now. The fat's starting to render out of the andouille.
Go.
Give me a toss, Gennaro. Come on. Woo!
Look at that beautiful color. I need a little splash of the wine. Yes, it's done.
I'm going to pick Gennaro some lovely basil.
Let's cook them around, and now everything is melted. Just cut all those up.
Then we're going to go in with the spaghetti. Now, at James Italian, we make all of our pasta every single day from free-range eggs, beautiful Tipo 00 flour, and this is made with squid ink. Wowzers. Now, you can have it with white pasta, regular, or the squid ink. You can get this pasta in good supermarkets and lovely Italian delis. It's very common now, dried. Because it's fresh pasta, it only takes 1 minute to cook.
Yeah, as soon as you come up, have you put the salt inside here?
Not yet, chef. Or the water, yes.
Oh, that's all right, if you don't
Okay.
put the water inside.
Yes. Then we have our little ladle here.
Yeah,
And some of this broth.
just the juice I wanted, just
For the juice.
Go, straight in. Oh, my, look at that. Come on.
And then the pasta is ready. Look at that. Something mysterious about it and absolutely beautiful. Now, when Gennaro tosses this up, I want you to really observe and take in the way that his body moves.
Spread your leg up, one right, one left, one right, one left, and then just put your hands at the back like this and go, look like. Oh my, look at that.
You want a little water? Let me give you a little water.
Ah, yes, just a little touch, and up, and up. Oh my, unbelievable.
So we will be making hundreds of portions of this week.
And the chef, they're quite good actually.
You trained them.
Oh, bless.
Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous.
Oh my God.
The black pasta is so good. The sauce is something else. It's got depth. It's got
Oh
sweetness.
my God.
Oh, Gennaro, you did a good job there, mate.
We did a good job.
My
so
super
good.
green spaghetti, using dark greens, spaghetti, garlic, Parmesan, and fresh ricotta cheese. Sometimes you find these little recipes, these bits of inspiration that just blow your mind. And when you bring them home, you can apply them to different vegetables. And I've got a pasta dish that is gonna knock you for 6, well actually for 5. Cavolo Nero, black cabbage. I've been growing it for 10 years. You can get it in the UK, but any cabbage, Savoy cabbage, kale, spinach, broccoli, all of them you could do instead of this. So let's make this dish. Pan of boiling water. Salt goes in. We're gonna go in with about 150 grams of spaghetti. This is enough for 2 people. So this takes 8 minutes to cook. Twist it. Now while that's going, we're gonna get ourselves 4 cloves of garlic. Simply give your cloves a smack, peel off the skin and pop them in with the pasta. When you boil garlic like this, it kind of takes the aggressive hum and heat out of the garlic. It makes it mild and sweet and actually very, very creamy. So that's rattling away. Then we go over to this brilliant Cavolo Nero. What I'm doing is just grab this little stalk here with your thumb and forefinger and then just pull this. 200 grams is all you need. These leaves are super quick to prep. A pinch and a pull is as tricky as it gets. And then when you've done those, you put them straight into your pasta and the cabbage goes on top and I'll put a little lid like that. So that's going to boil for about 5 minutes, that cabbage, right? Just to tenderize it. So garlic, cabbage, spaghetti. And then I'm just going to grate some Parmesan. About 30 grams is absolutely fine. It's going to give it seasoning and it's going to give it amazing flavor and a lovely silky texture. Take the lid off. We've got our liquidizer here. I'm going to just take the Cavolo Nero, pop it in there. You want to make this cabbage go from a frumpy old leaf into the most silky, elegant sauce. I'm going to grab
the little garlic cloves. They'll be soft now. And then I'm going to go in with a pinch of salt, pepper, a tablespoon and a half of really good cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. And then we're going to go in with your grated Parmesan and just a little lick of cooking water from the pasta. And then watch this.
In no time, it will turn into the most vibrant sauce you've ever seen.
Look at that. It's nuts. Think about it. Does it need more Parmesan? Does it need more salt, pepper? I'm really, really happy with that. I'm then going to take our pasta. It's had its 8 minutes. Drain it until most of the water's gone. And then we're going to go back into the pan and prepare yourself for something very beautiful. We're going to go in with that amazing sauce. For a lot of people, they always think, well, if I'm having cabbage or greens, I'll have it with something. But this is something. This is everything. Without the cabbage, this dish is nothing. And it's so nice to put it first. So I'm just going to drag it onto the plate. Look at that. You know, this cabbage is completely helped by all the other ingredients. And at this point, what I do is take ricotta, which is so clean and so fresh. Just 30 grams, and that is a really good carrier of flavours. And as you fold that pasta up, you'll get these little hits of clean ricotta. It's so good. And then one last tiny little brush of Parmesan. An amazing pasta, and you know what? You have to try it to believe it. Simple, quick, and super healthy. And once you've tried it, you won't stop. It'll be a regular. So good. It's a big education into simplicity. What's that? 10 minutes, boiling water, crack on, 8 minutes of pasta, whizzy whizzy. What a dish.
Insanely uncomplicated. This deliciously awesome veggie pasta is zero fuss food made in minutes.
Right, superb. So, I'm going to do a beautiful dish that completely celebrates how beautiful peas are. And I've got some water on, spaghetti. And what I want to do is take about half of that, about 2 portions worth, give it a little twist, drop it in here. Lovely. Maybe a little bit more for luck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make meatballs, right? The quickest meatballs. I'm going to make meatballs in the time it takes that pasta to cook. I've got some fantastic sausages. These are from the butcher, and look at them. I mean, they're pretty amazing. You can get any sausage you want, as long as it's good. So, you know, something like a Cumberland or a fresh Italian sausage or something like that. All you have to do is get a pan hot, which that is, have a nice drizzle of olive oil, right? And get your sausage and literally pinch it and pull it out, drop. Pinch it, pull it out, drop. Dead simple. And you don't have to sit there and sort of go, oh no, I have to roll them around and get them absolutely perfect, because, you know, life's too short, and quite frankly, I like things a bit rustic anyway. Now, sauce, tomato sauce. I've got the quickest, most delicious tomato sauce. So what you do, slice up a couple of cloves of garlic. I want to use basil. Basil, tomatoes, best friend, there's no debate there. Stalk, I want. Leaves off, stalk, I want. Leaves off. Right, you can pick out your little pretty camp leaves, which I love. Nice to sprinkle on top. The big old leaves, let's chop them up. Stalks, nothing wrong with those. Don't you dare throw them away, waste of money. Loads of flavour in there. I'm going to put the garlic and the basil stalks into the pan. That'll start frying. Let's have a little swirly-whirly of a pasta. All right, not done. It'll be done in 2 minutes. I've got to do this in 2 minutes. Nice and golden. Garlic's going. Basil leaves. We're going to cook it so short, so that whole thing about basil at the end, absolutely true. It is almost at the end because we haven't even started yet. So give it a little toss like that. And then in with some good tinned tomatoes. Pour the juice in. Get the extra tomatoes in your hand. Scrunch them. Through your finger. All I want to do is bring them to the boil. Have a little taste. A little bit more salt, a bit more pepper. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Little cheat, just a nice little blob of balsamic vinegar. That'll give it a nice little sweetness. Here we go. Lovely. And then what I'm going to do is I've got some golden oregano. You could use normal green oregano, thyme, even rosemary. Just take it off. In with the meatballs. They'll crispen up, they'll look lovely. Oregano, meat, pork, lovely. Sausages are cooked through. Pasta's now nicely cooked. I'm not going to put it with my tomato sauce. I want to do it sort of slightly more Italian in the sense of toss it with the meat and all the lovely juice and all of that sort of stuff. Straight in there. Give it a toss. And the first thing the pasta sucks up is all that lovely sort of like herbs from the oregano, the sort of lovely flavours that come out of the sausage. And then to serve it, all I'm going to do is take a nice wad of my pasta and I get my lovely tomato sauce in the middle, load it up, because as soon as anyone puts their fork anywhere near it, it's going to cover it all in it. And then don't forget your meatballs. Right, now, obviously, peas and broad beans is my day-to-day, and there's not been a single pea or broad bean go anywhere near this. But the tweak is, and I think this is completely genius, you know, you get your little peas, you crack them open, you know, pasta makes you feel happy, lovely meatball, lovely, and you got that sweet tomato sauce, and then you get these raw peas that are going through it, and they just pop, 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 sweet, really, really nice. And then just finish it with a few lovely little basil leaves, and that is a superb dinner. 10 minutes, so good.
My super speedy crab spaghetti.
It's going to be so good. It's going to be really colourful. It's super quick. It's healthy. And yes, it's luxurious with the crab. It's such a cracker of a dish.
Using pre-cooked crab, cherry tomatoes, red chilli, fresh fennel, and good old spaghetti.
So look, here is our beautiful crab meat. You can get this from supermarkets, and they do some pretty good stuff these days. Or, of course, you can order it in from your fishmongers. They have it picked and dressed. I think probably crab is one of my favourite things in the world.
I'm using a mixed pot of white and brown crab meat. It's outrageously tasty. And as it's already been cooked, it's a real speed demon.
If you've never tried it before, it's sweet, it's flaky. Get out there, it's so good. So first up, fennel. And in this dish, these little tops act as little fronds, little herbs, little sprinkles at the end. And they're beautiful, so we'll reserve those and keep those for later. The toughest part of the fennel will be these little stalky parts here. Finely chop these, just like that. Any old way, just get them fine. The finer you chop them, the quicker they'll get tender. I'm gonna put a pan on a high heat. I've got a pan of boiling water going, olive oil, a little drizzle goes in, and we go in with the fennel stalks, and then with the bulb, look at that. It's beautiful. Let's cut it in half. I want to show you what's inside. The thing I love about fennel is you can steam it and dress it, roast it. You can put it in with your boiled potatoes and then mash it. There's so much you can do with this beautiful vegetable. Really nice. So just finely slice fennel up, any old how. Don't stress about it. Like that.
Into a hot pan, add salt and black pepper.
Have a little shake up. Lid on top, so we're frying, caramelisation, and steaming, softening and sweetening.
This 2-in-1 fry and steam method is a quick and easy way to cut down on your cooking time, but guarantee flavour.
Next up, we're going to go in with the pasta. So I'm going to use 150 grams of spaghetti. This is enough for 2 people. Get your hand around it, twist it, in we go. So let that boil away, nice and fast. It's all going to be done by the time this is cooked. And the thing I love about this recipe is it's just so simple.
While the pasta cooks, with the fennel almost ready, it's time to bring together the rest of the sauce.
I'm using cherry tomatoes, any you can get your hands on. It doesn't really matter what you do, but you can half or quarter these. Now, chilli. All I'm going to do is put the tip of the knife in the end, split it lengthwise. The really hot part of the chilli are the seeds. So if we remove those, what we can do is start celebrating the chili's kind of fruitiness. So, have a little look in here. See how you got some colour there? That's fine, that's nice, we like that. Then we're going to go in with the chilli and the tomatoes, and we're going to toss that through. And then we're going to go in for the last minute with the crab. So the brown meat here, this is maximum flavour, OK? We're going to go in with the brown meat and the white meat.
All you need to do to the crab is heat it through. It's one of the fastest flavour boosts around.
Mix it up, really stir in that brown meat because it's going to really be silky and delicious and be the most wonderful, wonderful seasoning to this dish. And then drag the pasta in. Don't go putting it in a colander, right? That starchy cooking water is really, really important because that's what creates silky sauce. So we don't want it claggy. Chili loves seafood, it loves crab. Tomatoes the same. You know, fennel works with everything. It's just a beautiful celebration of the sea. I'm so excited to try this, I really am. And to finish, just a tiny bit of cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. Oh, come on. I am literally so chuffed right now. That is one of my favourite pastas. It just makes me want to smile, and it's just so good.
My super speedy crab spaghetti. A date night dinner to die for that's so quick and easy.
Hi guys, I'm Buddy Oliver and today I'm going to show you how to make Buddy Bolognese. First we've got our meat. We've got pork sausages and beef mince. The pan's on the heat and we're going to put a little bit of oil in it. So first I'm going to put the beef mince into the pan. I'm squeezing the sausage meat out the skin. I'm going to give my hands a quick wash. Now I'm going to mash my sausage and beef up. When you're using hot pans, ask an adult to supervise you. We're going to let that cook and we're going to move on to our veg. We've got onions, celery, 1 courgette, 1 carrot and some garlic. I'm going to chop the onions. Get your fingers out of the way and cut with the grain. But if you don't want to use a knife, you can use a grater. Oh, it's making my eyes cry. But I came prepared. Last bit of onion. Finally take my goggles off. And now I'm going to grate the carrots from the rest of my veg. So we finished grating and now we're going to see the rainbow. Whoa! So cool. Now we're going to put it in our pan. We're going to cook it down for about 10 to 15 minutes until it's nice and soft and sweet. So we're going to do a nice little clean down as that cooks. Set about 10 minutes and it's ready to add the tomatoes into it. 2 cans. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. I'm adding balsamic instead of wine and to make it sweeter. And this is what makes it Buddy Bolognese, the balsamic vinegar instead of wine. Now we're going to mush up all the bits. Dad taught me this little trick that you put water about halfway into the can, jiggle it around, get all that tomato juice and pour it in. It means that there's no waste and the tins are clean. Now we're going to add a very big heaped teaspoon of tomato puree. And mix that up. Now we're going to add a pinch of pepper. We're going to let this cook for 2 to 3 hours on a low heat because you want to let it reduce and be nice and sticky. Now let's go and play. Yippee! Oh wow, that looks so good. Right, that said it's 3 hours. Let's get pasta. Now let's add it to our sauce. You mix it in. Really good. So now Dad taught me a little trick. You add the pasta water into the pasta. So just a mug. It helps the sauce stick to the pasta. So now we're going to use the tongs to serve it. We twist it. Try to not make it too messy. That's good. Looks professional. Now we're going to grate our cheese. Parmesan. Can't have too much cheese. So there you go. That's Buddy Bolognese. I'm going to have a little taste. It's really hot, but it's cheesy. It's meaty, but you can taste the vegetables and you can really taste the balsamic vinegar. I really love it, so you guys should give it a try. And also, click the link below for the instructions. Now I can eat the whole thing before the crew get in. That was my best eat ever on camera.